$16,600.
Okay, questions?
No.
Okay, so I'll make a motion, I guess, to approve the de-obligation of the funds of $116,600 back to
The state.
the state.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we de-obligate $116,000 from Opie back to the state. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Long as you get
We'll get we'll apply for 250,000, of which.
Is that what it was to start with?
I just don't know who the loan administrator is right now, nobody else does either. And I'll get a copy back to you.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Works.
Thank you.
Skip back.
Now we'll do, Jesse, if you wanna.
I'm Jesse Calvin, landfill manager. I just wanted to, just a reminder to everyone that the rate increase at the landfill, or the second phase of, the process that we put in place last year for the elimination of the per capita fees and stuff. These new rates will go into effect, the 1st of January of 2024. And that's all I really have.
Do you have an amount that they're going up, or?
It'll be $4 cubic yard for Marion County people at the gate, and then it'll be $6 cubic, or $6 a ton on our, commercials, Marion County trash.
That's what it's going up to, or that's how much?
That's how much it's going out. It'll be $30 a ton for.
Okay, so those are the increases, is what you
Yes,
said?
that was the increases, and then, the household will be $10 a cubic yard, we're at $6 now.
Okay.
And then, the tonnage will go from 24 to 30.
And out of county?
Out of county.
Double those amounts, or?
Out of county will be, it's, 52 per ton on the out of county, commercial trash, and, 20 per cubic yard on, household coming in.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Okay, we'll go back. Ivor Hill contract. Amy.
Yep, thank you. What I'm presenting to you today is an independent contractor agreement between Otero County and Ivor Hill. Mr. Hill is a retired appraiser who, we're very lucky, is willing to do some appraisal work for our assessor's office. That office is rather busy right now, and we really could use the help. Mr. Hill will be providing his services to that office for $20 an hour, as well as being reimbursed for mileage. I've looked over the contract, and don't see any reason why you shouldn't sign it.
Okay, I'm good. Any questions? Nope, need a motion.
Okay, I would move to sign the contract for Ivor Hill to contract with Otero County and Assessor's Office.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded, we approve the contract for Ivor Hill to help out in the assessor's office. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 2023-14 to appropriate additional funds of money to defray expenses of amounts budgeted for 2023. Amy?
You bet, thank you. Typical year-end business here. What I'm asking for in this resolution is an increase in spending authority in 4 different funds. The funds are insurance fund, general human services, the clerk hire fund, and the E911 fund. And I just want it to be clear that that doesn't mean that we're printing money and adding more money. This is definitely just spending authority. When the 2023 budget was completed, these items just weren't thought of or were unexpected, that the spending authority needed to be increased. each fund has a cash balance to cover these expenses, so we're not gonna be borrowing from other funds. It's just giving permission to go over budget on the expenses and make that adjustment to the budget. So the insurance fund's the first one I'd like to talk about. We will see an increase of total expenses from $378,064 to $712,064 due to two reasons. One is the liability insurance. We usually receive our liability insurance renewal after you've approved the budget, and unfortunately it increased quite a bit, but not surprisingly. We also had a contingent claim that we weren't expecting. The county unfortunately dealt with some theft related to cybersecurity in the administration office, and so we need to cover that claim as well. Fortunately, CTSI, our insurance company, did cover that claim for us, but we have an out, so we need to make sure that the expenses are accounted for on the budget. Would you just like me to keep going, or do you want to
Sure.
ask a question? Great, thank you. General Human Services also will need an increase in spending authority. They're roughly going up from 1.2 million to 1.3 million. There's a nice list on the resolution of what needs to be increased. The majority of the issue is related to staffing, health insurance, operating supplies, and rent. The rent for GHS is different. It's calculated each year according to what we've spent in capital improvement in the building. So anytime that we improve the building, rent goes up for our tenants here in the courthouse. Not all of them, but some of them. So that's why that's an increase and was unexpected. The third one is the clerk hire fund. That increase is going from $176,834 to $207,334. Again, this is related to wages, office supplies, new chairs, fun things like that. New computers. The county is in the process, or has been for some departments, completed with our transition to Windows 11, which required lots of new machines. So that needed to be an increase in that line item. And we also did more repairs and maintenance than expected. So nothing major there or concerning. The last one is the E911 fund. It will be increased from $225,000 to $351,968, related to a principal payment, so an interest payment, both related to equipment for E911 in the county. All good reasons to ask for an increase in spending authority to finish out the year.
Any questions? Tim?
Jim?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2023-14 to appropriate additional sums of money to defray expenses in the amounts budgeted for 2023 to insurance fund, general human service, county clerk fund, and the E911 fund.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve resolution 2023-14 to appropriate additional sums of money to defray expenses of amounts budgeted for 2023. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Commissioner, can we move D to actually departmental reports in new business, because it's not an item that will be voted on today.
Okay. So next thing is departmental reports. Nothing from you? Okay. Amy?
I don't know if Danelle had something too. Don't forget
Yeah.
Danelle back there.
She always has something.
So as of this morning, we had put the final touches on the 2024 budget. I do want to make a reminder again that as well, the county and all entities that receive property tax, that's been an issue because of the special legislation that happened at the state. Ken Hood, our assessor, actually has until the first week of January to get the levies certified, but he made that deadline today. So I just want to give him a shout out to say how much we appreciate him and his hard work The spreadsheets are crazy trying to keep up with all of the last minute legislative changes. So if there are, conservancy districts, anybody that deals with mill levies from Ken's office, they're coming soon, and that's kind of pushed everybody's budget stress just a little bit. Our budget has the estimated property tax in it, so that it is off a little bit, but that's okay, because we budget conservatively and I'm not concerned. But that budget is available in the commissioner's office if anyone of the public wants to review it. And then on Thursday is your opportunity, commissioners, to adopt that budget. So that's why there's no vote on it today. It's just an announcement that it's available for review.
Okay.
All I have, I think, in departmental. I mean, that's taken up most of our time.
There you go.
Thank you.
Commissioners' reports. Nada? Tim?
Construction meeting, we had that last week, and then again, talking about budget, finalizing all the stuff for the budget. Yeah, I think that was about it for last week. And it's a pleasure to meet the budget, by the way. Since you introduced it to us.
Introducing.
Pleasure to meet it.
Yeah.
I should have done that a little bit more formal.
That's all I got.
Okay, and that's all I have. This is what we did last week, so. Announcements. Amy?
Me again. Just like I said earlier, we'll have that special budget hearing on the 21st at 1:30 in this room. Right now, the agenda items are 4 or 5 resolutions, so I'm not expecting much to be added. The county offices and the landfill will be closed Friday to observe Christmas Eve for our staff, and then again on Monday as related to Christmas Day. We also will have a couple of days to end up the year and finish off the year, the 29th. The offices and landfill will be closed, and again on Monday, January 1st. We'll be back to work on the 2nd, ready to roll out 2024. Our next meeting, public hearing meeting, will be January 8th. So, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Before we leave, Danelle, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I could tell you that, economic development wise for Otero County, you've given me the pleasure of also working with some of our local counties, Crowley County and Bent County occasionally, because they do not have an economic developer right now. So I spent some time with Crowley County and reviewing the marijuana grows because of the depletion in marijuana growers. We're trying to come up with a plan to help Crowley County recoup some of those revenue streams, and have a couple of things going on that I'm anxious to learn more about, hoping to involve CSU as well as our local extension office and some local people on what we might be able to use in those greenhouses or grow in those greenhouses to replace some of that revenue. We also have, after the first of the year, the Council of Governments will have more of the small grants available through DOLA. It's a $10,000, $5,000 grant, $5,000 contribution from the county or city. And these are for some of those very small projects that just need to be finished up. I know the county has used that for several small things over the last couple of years. So that's around the corner. And also EDCC, I get to sit on that board, and they will have their new agendas out for all of the training and all of the conferences that will be available and open to anybody in the state that would like to attend. I think that's it.
Sweet. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And if there is nothing else, we are adjourned.